Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about household budgets. I plan to convince or persuade you that every household needs a budget of some kind. So I'd like to start by asking the question, how does it feel when your bills are paid and you still have money left over? Or maybe I should ask, do you ever have money left over after your bills are paid? Are you living within your means? That's a question that only you can answer. And it's also a time when you can either make the decision to spend or to save. You have to teach yourself the difference between wants and needs. Hopefully, after hearing what I have to say, you will see a way that will allow you to be in control of your money and your income. I'm going to use 3 points to make my argument convincing: control, conserve, and keep or save. If you learn to teach yourself to control your money, it will go farther. Maybe you already think you control your income, but do you really? Here's the litmus test to answer that question. Can you account for every dime you spend? If the answer is no, then you're not in control of your income. Now, I must give credit where credit is due. My grandmother and my mother-in-law were the first people to talk to me about budgeting money and conserving. I learned from them that it's imperative we tell our money where to go. You got to give it a place and a purpose and leave it to do its job. Speaking of jobs, you should have one. In order to have money, you should have a job. So assuming you have a job and a paycheck, let's tell that paycheck what its responsibility is. Bringing us to point number 1, control it. The simplest way I know to start a budget is to write down your daily, weekly, and monthly expenses and expenditures and set up an envelope system. This consists of literally getting envelopes and labeling them with the names of the expenditures and putting the money in the envelopes that you're going to use. For example, we'll start with necessities such as electricity, mortgage and rent, insurance, water and utilities, fuel or transportation, and last but not least, food. These are all good examples of needs. I'd like to elaborate further, but I only have a short time to talk. So I must reemphasize that it is imperative for you to be responsible and decide what a necessity is. Here's where point number 2 comes in: conserve. Conservation comes into play. If you ever plan to keep any of your money, then you must be a conservative spender. That means that you must decide what wants you're going to live with and which ones you are going to live without. Wants are things such as cable TV, eating out, and shopping. When my wife and I were in our 2nd through our 6th year of marriage, we cut our expenses so she could continue to stay at home with our 2 children by doing things such as cutting back to 1 cell phone and turning off the cable television. It'll be your job to decide how conservative you should be and what you're able to live without. You may think that that's tough to do, and it is, but the reward comes in the end. This brings me to point number 3, keep or save. Understand that after these wants and needs are met, there should be some money left over. Now, I personally believe that is where you should establish some sort of savings plan. If you have any debt, follow a practice referred to by Dave Ramsey as debt snowball. If you don't have any debt, then I will return to the savings plan idea. You never know when a car is going to break down or when a friend is going to invite you on an unexpected getaway. Having money set aside for both misfortunes and luxuries, as opposed to using a forbidden credit card, will always help you sleep better at night. There are plenty of resources on the subject. One of my favorites is a book titled Financial Peace by Dave Ramsey. You can get a lot more information from Dave at www.daveramsey.com. There you'll be able to get a spreadsheet or that you can either use or give you an idea of how to set one up that will better suit your lifestyle and income. You can also find another budget template at www.financialplan.about.com. Most church organizations also have some sort of financial planning resource available. A personal friend of mine at Welch College here in Nashville, Terry Forrest, has an excellent budget planning template that he was sharing with both students that he taught and married young couples long before Dave Ramsey and Financial Peace came along. In closing, please remember that everyone needs a budget to follow, regardless of their age or the size of their income. I want to encourage you once more by challenging you to try a budget for at least 3 months. I think you will be pleased with what you accomplish. Make good choices and take care.